You're watching Delmarva Life, and what you're really watching is Sweet Reggie just have a nice little meal. You can hear those crunches. This is just the sweetest little fluff ball, and can you imagine this guy living with you? Well, you're gonna have a great opportunity to do that this Saturday coming up at Gateway Subaru. They've got a cat adoption event. I'm here, I've got Don Shores here, who's a delivery specialist with Gateway Subaru. And we've, of course, got Kim Knock, who is the executive director of the Humane Society of Wicomico County. Big day on Saturday, right, Don?
Yes, got a cat adoption coming up at Gateway Subaru, October 29th. It'll be an all-day event till about 3 or 4 o'clock.
And tell me why Gateway wants to kind of partner with the Humane Society and put this event on.
Well, mainly because we know that they need it. The animals need to be adopted. That's the main thing. Is my main goal is to get them adopted. We're also going to do a adoption sponsor. So if someone does buy a vehicle, we will sponsor an animal that you can choose. You don't even have to adopt the animal. We'll still sponsor that animal for each vehicle sold.
And you guys just recently had a dog adoption event. How did that go?
It went great. We had a few adoption applications come through for that event.
Great news. Got to take those puppies home, those dogs home. And Kim, the cat situation you guys have here is pretty serious. You guys are getting cats all the time.
I don't think the public realizes how many cats we take into this facility. We take in between 100 and 140 cats per month. Out of those, about 1 to 2 actually get reclaimed to their homes.
That's a crazy statistic.
It is crazy.
So tell me kind of who will be at the event? Well, which cats will be at the event?
So I think some of our foster families are going to bring their kittens. We started a foster program this season, which is headed up by Lee Lambert. She's our foster coordinator. We've run 340 cats through that foster program this season. Wow. I don't even know how she keeps track of it herself. And out of that 340, we've done 167 adoptions straight from the homes that they're being kept in. So these cats don't have to stay in the shelter. We're very fortunate.
If somebody's maybe considering adopting a cat and they're like, I don't know if I've got a good home for it, what would you say to them to maybe encourage them that it could be okay, it could be totally fine?
Oh my gosh, a cat is so low maintenance. If you want a pet, it's the best pet to have. If you work 12 hours a day, that cat does not care. They're just happy to see you when you get home. You can go away for weekends and your cat's going to be fine.
I mean, look at Reggie. Reggie's just happy to be hanging out here,
Reggie's
right?
amazing.
Reggie says, take me home. And Dawn, just remind us again, what are the hours of the event?
It's gonna be all day, probably end around 3, so you can come, pretty much all day. So
perfect. And you have 3 cats, you said?
I do. I have 3 cats of my own. So
you 10 out of 10 recommend adopting a cat, right?
They are so easy. I mean, the easiest thing I've ever had, and I love them. So
yeah. Kim, anything else you want the public to know about this event or about you guys or what you're doing?
Come out and volunteer. I think if people actually came out here and experienced it being a volunteer, that they would love it. It's a great family thing to do, a great thing to do with your kids.
Awesome. Well, either come out and volunteer, right, meow, get it, Reggie? Or come to the event on Saturday, and Reggie's getting fired up for it, see? All right, Delmarva Life, we'll be right back. Reggie!